Azam Part 150. This further facilitated Irwin's task, for his ideas had by now advanced beyond merely the personnel of Simon Commission. He saw no further use in the Commission or in the recommendation that it might make, confiding to George Lane Fox, a member of the Simon Commission, who was related to Irwin's family. What really matters here more is what is going to be the political temper of India by the time you have finished and your work has to be put into operation. It is really worth a great deal to try and avoid having to launch any plans in general atmosphere of hostility and resentment. 5 months later, towards the end of November 1929, Irwin again wrote, this time to the Archbishop of Canterbury. I feel more and more clearly myself that the effective choice of the policy is going to lie between doing very little and doing something pretty substantial. There are ample justification, of course, for the first, but I cannot resist the conclusion that its broad effect over yours must be to drive Indian politics more and more to the left. Whereas it seems to me that there is a chance that we might get an adequate amount of agreement on the lines of the second. In this stage, Irwin had two objectives to restore confidence in India of British intentions about their political future, this having suffered on account of Sir Malcolm Haley's speech of 8 February 1924 in the Legislative Assembly. Secondly, Irwin wanted a roundtable conference of representative Indians and their counterparts in Britain to work out the future Indian constitution in an atmosphere of harmony. A demand for such a conference had earlier got raised as far back as 1922 through that conference of leaders held in Bombay in the middle of January 1922 to address Punjab, Jallianwala Bagh and Khilafat wrongs and to discuss the demand of Swaraj. Jinnah had then taken a leading part in the conference. A roundtable conference had also been demanded in a resolution adopted by the Legislative Assembly in February 1924, which is why now, in a speech that he delivered in the Legislative Assembly early in 1929, Irwin revisited the idea, but only after the Simon Commission had reported its views. I tell this assembly again, and through them India, that the Declaration of 1917 stands and will stand for all time as the solemn pledge of the British people to do all that can be done by one people to assist another attain full national political stature, and that the pledge so given will never be dishonored, and as actions are commonly held more powerful than words, I will add that I should not be standing before you here today if I believed that the British people had withdrawn their hand from that solemn covenant. By the middle of 1930s, the Simon Commission report, though arrived of even its remaining authority, first by the boycott and then by the Viceroy's offer of a roundtable conference, had still to complete its task by formally presenting it. Fazl Hussain from Punjab apprehended that because the commission had been appointed by the Parliament in London, it could still prove dangerous for the Muslim Conference interest if the report that it presented did not specifically mention the issues of Muslim majority. As it transpired, the report did not do any of this, but it did not also grant what had been sought, the separation of Sindh. The NWFP demand for equal status had also been neglected. For Balochistan too, the report envisaged no change at all.